Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Homo Show.
Yeah, and we are in Pride Month.
We are in Pride Month, and tonight
celebrating queers.
Queers,
and all
queers.
that is queer.
So we're doing a fundraiser on the 29th of October. Currently hosted by I Love Melville .live, and there's sponsored food and drink. Entertainment. We've got the Avalon Quartet. We've got the Mamas.
Lilo's going to perform.
And Robert Whitehead. Fancy City, I tell you. There was everybody everywhere.
Oh, hi, Imakaya. Welcome to the show, man.
welcome. They called me off guard there, my man.
Ngazi why singacimanga amafoni yazi.
It happens, my nation.
Don't say it happens.
Sorry to the viewers out there. Welcome to it. Welcome to the coming up with MZK the Maestro and Pumelo.
Oh yes, man. We only have this Saturday and next week for the rest of October. This is the year that gave us all sorts of experiences.
Yeah.
What we have today on the lineup, it's a beautiful show, depending on how you want to look at it, whether literally or figuratively. But you're soon going to find out why I say it's a beautiful show. We have a jam-packed show today. We have a new segment today coming up that's going to be staying with us forever and ever. Amen. It's called The Spotlight. We're featuring a guy from Soweto, Dube. Check out that coming up. We're going to be sharing his biography, his work, and also we have in the last hour
nice
a big guy. Should we give it away or
they must just stand by a little bit, until the time comes.
Oh yes. Today we're also going to be looking at trends of the week. We also have awesome things to be sharing, and also something that Burna Boy shared on his Twitter timeline based on Africa's trends. That's what you can expect on the show. Welcome to the show. Let's get everything rolling today. This is the come up. You can also catch up with us on YouTube, I Love Melville Space Live, and on Twitter it's I Love Melville L. And then on Instagram it's I Love Melville.live, as well as on Facebook. My name is Pimelo. This is the come up.
Yeah. Welcome to it, my man. We've got our guest here today. Welcome, my sister.
Hi.
How are you feeling today?
I'm good. Can't complain. How are you guys?
Yes.
All is cool.
Yes.
Yeah, man. All right, sister. Let's get into it, sister. You can tell us about yourself, eh?
Oh, I must tell you guys. I thought you guys were going to introduce me.
Oh, it's the other way around.
Okay.
Yes. Anyuti, this is what you used to, by the way, Uti. You always in front, behind the mic.
Yeah.
And then you're also posing these questions, Uti. Yeah, this is me. This is what I do, Yes. Let's get activated.
Okay, cool. My name is Bongiwe Nzuza.
Yeah.
A lot of my peers actually know me by Stunky. And I'm a PR and media account manager.
So where are you from?
Yo, that question always just, makes me wonder, where do I start? I'm originally from Soweto, but I grew up in Cape Town.
Okay.
And then when we moved back to Gauteng, I moved to Boksburg. So now I live in Boksburg and I work in Rivonia. So you can imagine the traveling, But what can we say? If it's something you love, you travel.
Yes. The nice thing on your side is that you're mobile, unlike some of us who are
but you'll get there.
You are exposing us now, eh?
I'll get there, but it's taking a toll,
No, you'll get there.
Yes, as we were having a conversation, I actually have to be at a lot of places. And a lot of times,
Yeah.
I actually said that to us. I was like, wow, you travel from there to there. Like, shoot. But I mean, you'll get there.
Soon enough.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yes. Today we're going to be talking all things public relations
Yeah.
and media related. As you know, the show is all about music, and we're focusing on the upcoming artists. We just want to share as much information and be the source for all they need, because it's not easy having a vision, having a dream, and then you don't have the resources. So we have created that platform, and I Love Melville is here to serve that cause. So Ubongiwe, thank God she finally answered, because remember last week I was like, no, my guy, there's this lady, she does a thing. We were supposed to have her last week, and then she
Was
only
it last
responded.
week?
It was supposed to be
Last
last week, actually.
Yes.
Ah,
And
sorry,
then she
guys, I
responded
didn't
on Monday.
expose.
She responded on Monday. I knew it.
That's good. Actually, that's good, because now we have her now. It's good, which means it worked. Eh?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
message did you use, bruh?
It was actually an email address.
Is it?
Nothing more.
Just simple like that.
Yeah. I think it's because of good personality.
You can tell
she's welcoming.
by
Yeah.
looking at her now.
Oh,
You can
bubbly.
just tell
Angazi
she's
ithola.
bubbly. Look at her smile.
We
Nyalo
told her-
blushisa.
We
You guys
told
are
her.
making
We
me
told her.
blush. I know, I guess from my mom, who's like just
Hello,
sitting
mama.
there.
Yes,
Mommy.
yes. She's here to show support.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
good to see mothers supporting their
Exactly,
children.
because my
Mm.
mom always, asks, what do you do? And I'm like, no, this is what I do. But she's like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And every time I'd say, no, I'll be late. I'm going to an event. I've got an interview.
Mm.
The other time there was some broadcast channel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I said to her, no, I've got an interview there. And then she
Mm.
said to me, but I can't see you on TV. And I said, no, but that's not my job for you
Mhm.
to see me on TV.
Yes.
The lady
Mhm.
you're seeing on TV, that's my job, to put her on TV.
Oh.
She was like, oh, so I said to her, no, come tag along with me today so you
Yes.
can actually see what I mean when I say my job. So there's different aspects of it. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sitting on the other side though. Yeah.
Nice.
All
For a
right.
change, I wish I would be you. Eh? Sometimes sitting there.
I wish I was there. This is the hot seat.
Let's swap. Pardon, I'm joking. Today I'm running the show, eh?
Yeah.
All right, man. It goes to show it's going to be interesting.
Yes.
Let's get into it, man. Like we discussed, there are misconceptions about PR. For myself, previously in my other life,
Mhm.
not that I was dead and came back reincarnated, but
But-
when I was in Maboneng, so I had this guy who studied PR, and I was like, okay, PR marketing, what's that?
What's that?
Because I had little information, but now as a marketing graduate, I know the distinction between PR, marketing, and advertising. But
Exactly.
because it's your profession, it's what you do. So please explain to us and to the listeners, Uti, what's PR in a nutshell?
In a nutshell, public relations is basically, I mean, you are right. It does go hand in hand with advertising and marketing
Mhm.
because we touch on each other's pointers.
Mhm.
So when it comes to advertising,
Mhm.
like I reached out, to media buying as well.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
sometimes we buy media space for our
Yes,
clients.
yes,
So we
yes,
do
yes,
a lot of things,
Mhm.
but in essence, public relations is public relationing your client. You are talking about your client, you're putting your client out there,
Mm.
you are educating people about your client. So public relations is basically just taking your client, whatever it may be an artist, it may be a brand, you're putting it out there and you are actually educating people about your client.
Yeah.
And then as the industry grows, obviously there's more tactics. There's traditional public relations, which is the old one where you just write your press releases and then you just tell people about your client, or this is what's new that we have, this that. And then that's like the old PR, but now we're in new school PR.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what's the new school PR?
Yeah.
New school PR is meddling in each other's fields. Like for example, with marketing and advertising.
Mhm.
Yeah, so with new school, we don't do things traditionally anymore. We don't just believe it's okay. Whatever I write out there as a press release needs to just be on a newspaper. I can have some of my content online, and it doesn't mean that as a PR manager or a PR exec, I just need to solely just focus on my department. I meddle with advertising. I meet with advertisers. I can also have strats where a client says, I want to do this in terms of advertising.
Yeah.
When it comes to marketing, I can also, give client insight as to marketing. And in a corner, for me being a student, in my previous years,
Mhm.
you don't only study PR because then you start from the beginning. I think you also said you've got a qualification in marketing.
Yes.
Yeah, so you are given that opportunity to study all sorts of things within the media space, such as advertising, PR, marketing, entrepreneurship,
There's
media
also
law,
sales, a bit of
there's
sales. Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
So and then obviously radio, because also with the media aspect of it, radio and video and photography and all of that.
Yes.
So as you grow, then you choose your speciality.
Yes.
And I'm so sad because I couldn't major in. I wanted to major in three, in three modules, which was obviously PR, radio, and video. But
Okay.
I had to drop video and radio, and I went with PR.
But it's working out very well for you, right?
It is most definitely, but I want to tap back into video and radio because it's what I love as well. I mean, I used to do radio in high school, so yeah, it's something that I'd like to get back to, but PR is working quite great. I can't complain.
All right. Now for artists, musicians, whatever, as an artist, okay, particularly we're going to be focusing on artists now, musicians. They have this product or service rather.
No, it's a product too.
Yes, because a product can be a service.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yes. So now they have this offer for the people, and then they have everything they need to have, but now they not out there. Where does PR come in now?
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. PR, then the most main traditional function of PR is to tell people about whatever it is that you want them to know, whatever's new. So when it comes to artists, PR would play a vital role in a sense that we would first let the audience know about this person. We have, let's say, for example, Pamela Mzwakhe, is a new artist. Then, in my sense, I'd then tap back into my traditional PR tactics to say there's a Mzwakhe or a Pamelo, and then this is what they do. And that's when then media comes in and our publications come in where I need to sell you to, sell you to those to those publications.
Yes.
Yeah, so PR would come in a sense for new musicians, which, you know what, I'd write about you. I'd make sure that whatever I write about you, or I'd make sure that your content lands well to PR. And talking of, a friend of mine is actually a musician as well, and she's also a journalist. She released her EP on the 19th on Monday, and she said to me, hey, she's a journalist herself, mind you. I come to her for content, and I come to her to say, please publish what I wrote.
So you have
and
this
then
relationship.
And then now because she's got her EP out, and she says to me, please send my press release out and let people and send it to media and let people know that my EP is coming out as a new artist. So that's where artists need us as PR people. We must just send whatever they are doing.
So which means, sorry to get in.
No, it's okay.
Which means as an artist, like you really need a PR. Actually.
Yeah, no, you must.
Because if you don't have a PR, tell me what's the risk?
If you don't have PR, I think because it comes expensive. Let's not dishearten people who would say if I don't have a PR, then you won't get to where you want to be.
Yes.
Now you can.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah,
actually.
Now you can, because of things like social media. You can get to where you want to be through social media, but with PR, going back to basics and answering your question, if you don't have PR, it gets hard to get into the industry. Because public relations people are connected into the industry. Our industry is also not just PR. It's not boring. Our industry. That's what I'm saying. When people say PR, they think it's a small thing. No, it's media as a whole, advertising.
There's also events,
entertainment, radio, broadcast in terms of your TV and so on and so forth, and then broadcast in terms of radio, print in terms of your newspapers, online in terms of your online platforms. There's certain online magazines that we have on this. So if you don't have PR, it makes it difficult for you to reach out to those people. So PR would know how to reach out to those people far more easier and quicker. So if umuntu uzothi kumina, I want this to be on Daily Sun, they wouldn't know where to start, but I would. I mean, I reached out to Pamela as well. How? No one would know, but I would know how. So for a PR, if you don't have PR, it becomes a challenge because it's hard to tap into the industry. It's hard to reach. For example, if you want to give your EP or your sound to a certain musician out there, it's going to be hard to reach that top musician. But for me, as much it's going to be hard, but not as hard as it would have been for someone else, because I know the route I need to take to get there. So I would advise I'm a musician would say, if you can get PR, it's the best thing you can do for yourself. And in PR nakona, you get gigs through a public relations
Mhm.
practitioner. Whereas then obviously with the public relations practitioner, you end up being a publicist.
Aish.
Mm.
And there's a with PR, you get to be booked on big stages,
Yes,
events, and all
exactly. You
that.
get to be booked on bigger stations, but
Mhm.
obviously depending on we all start somewhere.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes,
all
yes.
have to start somewhere.
Mhm.
So instead of getting onto, your big stations like, I'm not going to name some
yeah.
of those, but we all know those big ones that we all aspire to work for
Yes.
and to be
Mm,
in.
mhm.
But yeah, we start somewhere, go to your local community radio stations. You start there, and
Yes,
that's
yes.
where actually you would get more exposure
Mhm.
in your community radio stations. From there onwards, kuba easier and
Nice.
easier and easier and
Mm.
easier. So yeah, I'd advise them, Gutsi, you know what, if you know anyone in PR or something along those
Take
lines, or even
advantage.
in advertising, take
Yeah.
advantage.
Mhm.
And also, another friend of mine I used to work with did social media.
Okay.
So Nami, I also have a little bit of social media and digital experience.
Yes, because that's where we're moving. It's now digital marketing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nalapo, it helps because I mean, umuntu tailors or shows you or teaches you how to expose your business on these platforms.
Mhm.
We know that there's Facebook and Instagram in your post
Yeah,
Mat
yeah,
poster in kanjani.
yeah, true. Because also Facebook also gives you a bit of advice. You could see how do you create your content,
Exactly.
what pictures to use, how to
Exactly.
use your hashtags, what
Exactly.
message to write, because that's also important in order for you to tap into those certain markets and then to reach to your specific target market.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So what constitutes then a good PR
Yeah.
manager?
Sure, I believe you can never be too good, because we learn every day.
Okay.
Especially in our industry, the industry changes a lot.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, today it can be this, tomorrow it might be something else. But what constitutes, I wouldn't say a good public relations manager, but I would say a fair public relations manager
Okay.
is having ethics.
Okay.
That's
What kind of
we've been-
ethics are
That's
those?
what we've been taught. So ethics in terms of business ethics,
Okay.
you can have personal ethics,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can have social ethics. So with business ethics, for example, if you work for a certain company or a certain artist, if ever you guys have agreed on something, ethics nakona with business is your contract. So you abide and you respect your business contract.
Okay.
You respect the contract of your clients, whether it be brands, whether it be
Mhm,
people, because there's two different types of PR as well.
Mhm.
You respect that, ethics because there's a whole lot of confidential information that's discussed
Mhm.
within anything. So let's say, for example, Umzwake has a new, let's say maybe, I don't know, a brand, he
Yeah.
has like a clothing brand coming
Yes,
along,
yes.
but you want someone to keep that as a secret because you're planning 1, 2, 3. And then
Oh,
if people
yes.
talk about that, then it spoils the whole thing.
Mm.
Where are your ethics in a sense that this is confidential? So because sometimes we even sign documents to say that
Yeah.
we can't, like disclaimers, you can't discuss such things, you can't do this, you can't do that. So now imagine if Minage, I do all of that, I don't have business ethics. Number one. Number two, personal ethics. If it's something that doesn't align with your beliefs, then you can't work on it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you can't work on it. And then social ethics is just making sure that whatever you put out there is just socially acceptable and it's respectable for everyone around you.
All right. Because also when you speak about a fair PR manager, is that at the end of the day, whatever firm or organization that you're working for, you also carry the brand wherever you are.
Exactly.
So yeah, it goes also back to being the PR, having to be your own PR routine. This is the
Yeah.
image that I'm carrying.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
I
Two
love
in one,
Melville.
actually.
Yes.
Exactly. Futhi nakhona, it's not 2 in 1 because you might have more than one client. So what
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I'm a manager yako no
Mm,
Pamelo?
mm,
Already
mm.
that's 2 of you guys, and you guys are separate. I can't treat you guys as the same
Oh, yeah.
entity.
True.
Yeah.
Best
True,
it's myself.
true.
Best go by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like I've got 5, and still the company I work for. If I'm not a separate person myself, yabona ukuthi kusho ukuthi nje mele wenze sure ukuthi you are, it's like a lawyer.
Yeah.
Like you are a lawyer for your own brands.
Okay. So guys, we had 2 comments. One from Vin Khalifa. He was just giving a shout out to Kushomina. And then we also had a comment from question mark
Yes.
at his salute. Yeah. Thanks guys for tuning
For
in.
tuning in,
I'm
yeah.
hoping you guys that are listening and watching, you are benefiting from what
Yeah.
Bongyuen
Bongyuen.
Zuza has to share. You can also send in your comments,
Yeah.
rather. We will read it out on air.
Yeah.
And then our WhatsApp line is also available. You can share your comments. It's 066-013-4229. We're also on TikTok, I love Melville.live, IG, I love Melville.live, and also on Twitter, it's I love Melville L. YouTube, it's I love Melville Space Live. This is Pimelo hanging
And
out with
MZK the Maestro.
Yeah.
And the wonderful
Bongi.
Yeah. So 23 minutes after 1 p.m. Man, the time is moving fast.
Moving fast.
Yeah. So Manje, where is now your main focus now? Uti, you have many clients, and each one wants to be treated with high value.
Yeah,
So how do you manage that?
Yeah, actually. I was saying to my mom, actually, I think it was yesterday or the day before, my brain is tired. My brain is tired because if you have, because I do brand PR, so if you have like maybe 3 or 4 clients, and they're all in different spheres and industries, so one can be a consumer client, one can be a financial client, one can be business, and then one can be industrial. So aware would see if my email come through, I cannot say today ngizophendula the consumer one because it sounds more fun. Tomorrow I'll deal with finance. Tomorrow I'll deal with industrial.
So you have to deal with
you have to switch your brain. Because you
Mm.
need to respond to client, and each and every client needs to be made feel special because they bring in the bucks. So you need to treat them like
With
your
high
babies
value.
and with
Yes.
high value.
Yes.
That's where the ethics come. Each and every one of them, because we've signed the contract to say we will service you. So if one consumer client says to me, I want this, and then another financial client says that. Already I have to respond to that one. After responding to that one, switch my brain from the fun stuff to finance, and then respond to that one. So you juggle and juggle and juggle. You can't choose. You have to. No, you can't choose because you've already chosen this. What you're doing already. Yeah.
So
So
as you explained right now, as you said, you understand. There are those fun parts. So it doesn't matter. So everything you have to deal with it. Actually,
you have to deal with everything, and you must juggle everything. My friends always say, "Oh my gosh, your job is so fun." It's very.
I can imagine because
mentally it's very challenging, but you have to have like a strong mental capacity as well. Juggling different clients, and then akona toluguti kuleyo client leyo. There's like different people that you deal with. Like point of contact people. There's more than one. So I need to remember, Gonje, Upemelo is from finance. I need to send him an invoice. Gonje Mzwake is the brand manager. Gonje Ubongiwe is that. Oh, okay. Gonje, I forgot now. I needed to respond to that other one from that other client. So I mean, I do drop balls. That's what I'm saying. I'm not perfect. I do drop balls, but I try not to enough for my clients not to complain about them. But what's lovely is that they are happy and I'm happy. We get a lot of praises from them. So if they happy and there's a smile on their face, I know I've done my job well. And I know with you, I go home excited. Yay. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm an artist, they need to attend Lokuzana training in order to understand them as a product, because now there's also the social media, like the public figure aspect of their product that they are, because for example, there's a big artist, I'm not going to mention name because we're trying to protect this. There's also sponsors and yes. Now there's the social media etiquette, Uguti, how do they carry themselves in public? Now, as a PR specialist, what do you do then to put things in order?
That's why I'm saying then we meddle in other people's business and other people's fields. So with PR, like I said, with another friend of mine, he is a social media strategist. So then that's where social media strategists come in.
Okay.
I would say if you want to reach this type of audience, this is how you need to tailor your social media page. This is how you need to tailor your social media brand. So they would strategize, would see, okay, Pemelo Mzwake, who are you? What is your objectives? What do you aim to do with whatever you're doing out there? And what do you aim to achieve? What's the end result? Yeah. So with social media, I can't say artists need to train because they will never fully know you'd need to go to school for izinto njengalezo. However, njengoba usho ukuthi kuba easy, then that's where I come in. I'd advise. Another friend of mine has a business actually. Lerato, she has a business and she would always say to me, okay, I'm going to post this thing. Do you think I should post it now or after 2 more posts? What do I say? What's the caption?
And the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, things like that. So we are there. We are at their disposal. For me, luckily, because my friends, abanama business and who are interested in whatever, they've got free advice from me to ask. But Jen and Jay, you'd need maybe like get advice because not everyone has the money to you know, to be able to pay for such services, but reach out to someone, get advice. And funny enough, talking of music and artists and social media, I was saying to my mom, there's this guy who is a DJ in music and he produces music. He reached out to me on social media 2 years ago.
Wow.
And he asked me, can you help me?
So ghostile, what happened?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
What happened then?
What happened was that I've always been open and we just never had time to
never
meet.
took off.
Like on my phone, right? Okay, and then he's like DMs me. I'm like, okay, here's my number. We'll try again. But I said to myself, you know what? Before the end of this year, I actually want to have that done and just help him. And just help him. So yeah, it's just getting advice. Hey, if you don't have the budget, it's not the end of the world. Get the advice. DM someone. Email someone. I mean, I don't know if everyone's as open, but I'm sure most people are open and we are open to giving you that advice. Start somewhere. And in our corner, if we artist, it's a business. You are a business yourself. Maybe I might even give you business advice. Ungena kanjani kule industry lena, so you know, change not who you are, but your image in the way in which you post or in the way in which you carry yourself in certain you know, in certain scenarios. So yeah, I mean, if you don't have the funds, guys, it's not the end of the world, especially for new artists. It's tough to get in there. So if you don't have the funds, it is not the end of the world. You'd be so surprised when you reach out and speak up. There's a lot of people who are actually willing to help. Yeah.
Nice one.
All right, man. Time now is 30 minutes after 1 p.m.
Yeah.
You're still hanging out with myself, Pimelo, and MZK with the lovely lady, beautiful Eva. She's got the brains too. She's paid the dues academically.
When I look at her,
no, I haven't. I still want to study further.
Just say House of Fate, you know, because you do have.
You know what? Funny enough, all the things I'm talking about, most of them are from experience.
Nice.
Because I did study and I got my qualification, but through my years of working, it's experience. Like I did not study for digital stuff, Mina. But M17, there was a point where everyone who does digital resigned and then Bati, okay. And I was like, no, I'll do it. Also, take the initiative.
All right. We're going to be taking a break right now. Our producer is going to be hitting up with an advert, and then we're just going to take a quick break.
Yes.
Just catch up and refresh our thoughts and think how we're going to share more information.
Yes.
Stick around. This is ilovemelville.live. This is the come up with myself, MZK, and Pimelo. I said myself, MZK. I am Pimelo.
It happens.
you know. Yes, man.
It's okay.
Yeah. So stick around for one more hour, 30 minutes of the show. Yeah, man.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Homo Show.
Yeah, and we are in Pride Month.
We are in Pride Month, and tonight
celebrating queers.
Queers,
all
queers.
that is queer.
So we're doing a fundraiser on the 29th of October. Currently hosted by I Love Melville.live and is sponsored food and drink.
Entertainment.
We've got the Avalon Quartet. We've got the Mamas.
Lilo's going to perform.
And Robert Whitehead. Patsy City, I tell you. There was everybody.
welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is I Love Melville Live, and this is the Come Up with MZK the Maestro and Pam Pumello. Yeah, we still have the lively lady here with us, sharing about PR. If you're an artist out there and you are watching now, this is your chance to learn and know what's going on. Because as I heard, I understand if you don't have WAP, but you can get advice. But another thing is, you really need to have a PR as an artist or anything. If you're an artist, you're a brand too, actually.
Yeah,
am I right?
No, most definitely, because
Yes.
even you as an anchor, you are not
Yeah.
you're a brand.
Yeah.
Because when we go in the streets and then we're like, who's Zwaki? Which one? The one from
I Love Melville
yeah,
Live.
exactly. You're not just yourself. So
Yes.
yeah, most definitely.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Now we're going to be focusing on trends of the week. This is part of the segment for trends of the week. Mina, it was a sour week for me this week, for lack of a better word, because now it has to do with Africa as a whole. What was trending during the course of the week. I'm not going to be focusing on another thing that was trending now on Thursday night.
No, that's none of our business.
Yeah, but what's rather more important, it's Africa as a whole.
Yes.
There's big artists such as Casper Nyovest who shared their tweets.
Yeah?
One from Casper, he said, "Please create awareness and pray for Nigeria with the fight to end SARS. South Africa for the MI Next movement for women and children are not safe, and Congo is bleeding. Africa is a bloodbath. It is really scary, and our leaders have failed us." And then one from Queen Sono, Pussy, she just shared hashtag MI Next, end SARS, Congo is bleeding, shut it all down. All out struggles matter. Let's support each other. Africa unite. And then we also had something coming through from Burna Boy, who's from he shared his tweets. May the heavens open to celebrate all Matthias and fallen heroes who died today and all who have died for this movement. From the beginning, you are our heroes, and we will not let your death be in vain. We need names and pictures of everyone killed. They will soon say nobody died. Yeah, man.
It's quite sad, man.
It's quite a lot of emotions.
Because I don't know, in this world now we're living in, it's what's going on, what's happening. There are a lot of things that are happening that aren't good, that are bad. I think we need as a whole continent, we need a huge prayer.
Most definitely,
to wash away all this bad vibe that is happening. So we really need blessings from the Almighty. So we don't have to forget that He's the one that created us and He created this planet that we're living in. So what I'm gonna bring out there to the listeners, each and every day, have a moment to pray for each and everyone out there that is living in this world. That's what I propose, and I don't know what can I say anymore.
That's what you do. That's what you propose, and that's what you think would make a change.
Yes. Please, let's do that.
Alrighty. Just to cover the 4 minutes that's left, because we have a second interview. We just wanna wrap up with Bongiwe. Are you gonna be hanging around?
Unfortunately, not today, but
Okay.
I'm always available to come back anytime.
All right.
Nice,
Lovely.
nice.
Anytime. I'm
Yeah,
always available, and I'm so surprised that none of the artists send questions. Guys, send questions in.
Yes.
Send comments. Doesn't mean if it doesn't get answered today, but will never get answered.
True.
I mean, I answered Pamelo's email a week later. Baruch Salayo, I answered.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm here
Just know how
today.
to how to send a proper email and know how to slide in the DMs.
Because the smartness that is there, my man. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Power.
So
it's a powerhouse, eh?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I when I look at you, when I saw you, like I think you're in my height in a way, or you're shorter than me.
I'm shorter than
But-
all of you here.
But hey, if you can, hey,
It's a dynamite.
Can you please stand up? People can see you.
Ah!
she's a dynamite.
I'm short though. Angeke ngibonakale kahle on
Yeah, they
camera.
can see you right now.
Admire,
They can see you.
admire the dynamite. Admire the dynamite.
The
She
brains.
is.
Look at her, but
Yes.
the brains. You wouldn't tell. Malaki when I stretch, you say, but hey, the brains. Aye.
It's, you know,
Mhm.
yeah. What you're saying is that
Yes.
true. She is short.
Yeah.
My impression when she came out of the car, it was that finally I'm tall dark today.
Oh.
Okay. Enough jokes. Okay. How can people get a hold of you? Yeah, for PR and other advice.
They can email me on my email address. It's bongiwe94@gmail.com or bongiwe94@iCloud. And then they can slide into my DMs. Not really, no. Yeah. So no, they must just email me.
All right.
Okay, man. Angazi Mzet.
Yeah, man.
And
Are
do
you
you want
good?
me to share my social media handles? I don't really do a lot of social media. Funny enough, for Muntu Sevenza, in media. It's so funny.
Yeah, I don't want to ask you that because
No, let's keep it.
Let's just keep it on
healthy.
email. Let's keep
yeah,
it.
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eish.
email is professional, straight.
Yeah,
straight
very.
to the
Sticking
business.
to ethics.
Yeah, man. From my side, thank you so much for coming through and responding to the emails.
I was
Always
grateful.
warm and welcoming.
Yeah,
The thing that I have in my mind is a question of how do you keep the energy going, because there's always ups and downs.
I know.
You wake up each and every day with
trust me.
high seas.
There's always ups and downs.
Because what
Trust
you're doing
How
is
do
tough.
you?
It's very tough.
The way
but
what I'm hearing you say, but you said it very nicely because you know it. But for me, it's quite tough. You need
it's
books
tough.
then, a lot.
A lot of books and a lot of experience, guys. Books are important as much as books are important. Experience is important because in PR and in any other industry, udila nabantu. So when you deal with people teach you. You will deal with ruthless people out there, and in our industry, you need to make sure that you have tough skin. So if someone is going to say something, just make sure you're not easily offendable. Just tell yourself, it's not me, it's them, and move on from there. Even if in the tough days I do, but Miss Jalagut, the show must go on. Because if it doesn't, then what's the point? The show needs to go on, so I cannot afford to slack.
All right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming through. My producer, I think we should just shut it down with an advert and then we come
We'll
back.
come back.
We have
the interview.
with the interview. Our
Yeah, artist.
Yes, man.
He was here last week, he was standing there.
Behind the class. Yes, man.
But today he will be sitting there.
He needs to have PR.
Yeah,
as an artist. We'll link it together. Thank you guys so much for having me.
It's a pleasure.
If there's any questions, please send them through to me. And I hope this is just not the end of our meet.
Definitely.
Yeah,
not.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Awesome. Siyabonga mama for the support and coming through.
Yes.
Sharp.
Let's go to the short break and be back.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Homo Show.
Yeah, and we are in Pride Month.
We are in Pride Month, and tonight
celebrating queers.
Queers,
All
queers.
that is queer.
So we're doing a fundraiser on the 29th of October. Currently hosted by I Love Melville, Live, and there's sponsored food and drink.
Entertainment.
We've got the Avalon Quartet, we've got the Mamas,
Lilo's going to perform.
and Robert Whitehead. Fatsy City, I tell you, there was everybody everywhere.
Yes. We're back. This is I Love Melville Live. You just saw now an ad next week, actually. Yeah, next week, ne? Yeah.
Coming Saturday.
Next week, Thursday. I'm sure of it.
29. It is 29.
29.
Lama data confused, man. Keeping up with everything, There's distractions on the news,
Yeah,
Yes,
man. Yeah,
Thursday 29.
Yeah, the GOHS Pride Party tickets are limited for 500 rand per ticket. Only 30 tickets are available.
Imagine.
So please make sure if you don't have a ticket right now, grab yourself one.
You can
it's only
email
30.
You can email explore@space.tm for details or buy at ERF 350 Studies 16 Main Road, Melville. That's our studios.
Yes.
We have
Who?
This guy.
You look at me. Now you looking at me like
No, do
yes.
proper introductions, man.
Oh man, oh my God. Yes, finally, ne? You are here in the seat, my brother. Who show me? As who show me?
Yes,
Ladies and gentlemen, as you tune in on I Love Melville.live, this is the come up with MZK the Maestro and Pumelo, and we got our guest here, Gushomin. I didn't say Gushomin like it's Gushomin.
Yeah.
Who's Gushomin? It's you, Gushomin.
Yeah.
Nice one, my brother.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm always good, my man. Man.
Yeah, I love you.
Yeah, yes, you give us hype each and every time. Last week it was happening,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
I like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like guys when they're doing their things and pushing their music. You understand? So I love that to give other people and other artists, a chance to push themselves in this platform, And I always say this each and every week. My brother.
Sure.
Yes, because sometimes other artists that are independent, that they're not looked at, So me and my man here, Primelo, we make sure that we push the artists out there. So that's why we're having you, my brother, today on this coming up seat. They come up seat.
The come up seat. That's what you call it now.
Yeah.
Lovely. I love that. Sure, man. So tell us, man, how did the name come about? Because now it's a Zulu word, but it's mind-boggling because now
in English, what
in English I said so.
Yeah.
So when you relay the message, it becomes now
I think
it becomes what's the speech? Is it an active speech or something of that nature? I mean, English class very well. It's like a first person message when it's said, but it's in Zulu. How does the name
come like?
Yeah.
Okay. The name come up like I don't only do music.
Okay.
Sometimes I do jokes.
So, okay.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a comedian. So
okay.
I used to do jokes. Then people they be like, Gushoban.
Gusho.
Then I have to say
Gushomin.
So the name stuck.
Yeah, Gushoban. I have to say Gushomin all the time. So I end up making it my name because I have to say the same thing all the time.
All the time.
Gushomin.
That's very nice, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. Then it happened that you decided to be
a musician.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I was also a musician at the same time.
Or at the same time,
yeah.
Comedian and a musician.
Yes.
All right. Do you still do both?
Yeah, I do both.
Hey, sometimes we'll have to hear some nice jokes.
I do both. Yeah, true. It's about this Gushomina for me to put like the same name on music. It was like it's an easy name to capture. So I might say it today, and then it's easy for you to remember it like tomorrow. You understand? So like, what's the name, guy? Gushomina. It's simple. Like
it's simple. You can't forget
easy
it.
name
To
catch up. Yeah, that's why I decided like to use the same name, comedian and musician.
All right. Yes. So my man, tell me in terms of when did you fall in love in terms of being in this music industry and being an artist actually, when did it start actually?
Oh, okay. It started like long time ago, I think 2006, I think. Okay, before that, like I was a bit of a dancer. Do you understand? So I was dancing the butcher dance. Yeah. So during my dancing, then I realized something that like I dance, but then I'm more into music than dancing.
Yes.
Do you understand now?
Yes.
So I tried this music thing.
Yes.
Do you understand? And then for me it was more like easier because like I already like knew like to write poetry.
Oh yeah.
So for me like to turn this poetry into like a verse, like a proper verse, like it was like something like I have to upgrade there and then it's a verse. You understand?
Nice.
Then that's when I started like doing music. You understand? And then like 2009, and then I meet like Question Mark and SP, and then we started like to form a crew.
Yeah.
And then that crew was like ITF.
ITF.
Yeah, it was like a first crew like I formed it. You understand?
Okay.
And then from there, like this music thing, like it keeps like growing. You understand? Now I ended up like focusing on it only. I quit dancing and all other things, just focus on music only.
Nice. All right, my man. Since in your career, how many singles that you've released, or how many albums have you released, or yet to release? Yes.
Okay, so far I haven't released any album yet, but only singles. Yeah, I've released like.
Was it something to keep your audience in anticipation? Because now, when you don't have an album, people are gonna ask for that album. It's like, when is it coming?
No, like as an artist, the first time, like that's the first thing you think, like I must have an album, but then to drop that album, you must have like check your marketing, your fan base, and everything. So if you're still building up, and then you see that your fan base is not that tight enough, so for you to drop an album by that time,
they have to be ready.
Yeah, it's sort of like wasting. You're not like being ready, because now your fan base is not tight enough to buy the album or to participate with the album. So like you must have like a huge number of people first. So
which makes sense.
This thing is like
just a build up to the album.
just a way to build up like to people so that they will know you better.
So what I need to know is in terms of as you speak right now, in terms of the fan base.
Yes.
So what I like would like to hear from you is in terms of pushing to get those fan base. I understand now we're living in the age in terms of the social media and all of that. In terms of when you started, you started straight on it, or how to market yourself. Let's tell us about the strategy that you do and deal with in terms of getting your
fan base.
Your fan base. Yeah, actually.
Okay. My fan base, like I started like creating my fan base via my comedian side.
Yes.
See, people like the jokes I used to post. I used to say, you understand? So from jokes, I create like a bit of fan base via jokes. Now they already know the name, but in a different, let me say, element. Now it's joke side. You understand? So when like I take the same name and like introduce it into music, now same people that were following my jokes, like they're now like, oh, you also sing? Okay, can I have your song now? We see now.
Oh yeah,
that fan base it's multiplying to another element.
You
understand?
From being followed as a comedian and now to the next step as a musician. That's quite great. Now, I think that was quite smart of you. Like I think you're a multi-talented guy, because you're a dancer, comedian, artist now. I don't know what's next.
Maybe. Hey, wow.
I don't know. Maybe we'll see in TV sometime. Maybe you'll be an actor or something. Because I can see you've got that thing. You can play a nice role, actually. If there's somebody that's watching there, there's a guy for you.
He's already a character today, just by observation. He's already a character. 9 minutes before 2:00, you're hanging out on the Come Up with myself, Phemelo, and MZK the Maestro. This is I Love Melville.live. You can also check us out on Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp on 0660134229, and also on TikTok, I Love Melville.live, and then on YouTube we are I Love Mel Space Live. You can also share your comments, send through your questions.
Your questions. You can
interact with us.
You can interact us. You can ask questions about our guest here, Gushomina. Ask him as we're speaking right now, having this interview, this conversation. Actually, you can just as my co-host has said, can go to those
social media
platforms and speak to us as we're live here on Facebook right now. You can even comment here on Facebook. Actually,
we'll read it out. Okay, here's one from Nyax Kladi. He said #Paho. I hope I said it right.
Yes, you're right. I wanted to ask you about that. what is Pago? Because I can see in terms of your social platforms, especially
Pago.
when you and the crew, like there's a Pago thing that's going on. I like to understand what's that. Is it a Sotho name or what?
Yeah, it is a Sotho name.
Yes.
It means like let's do it, like let's work it. It's Pago.
Now I know. So next time when I comment on something that I said, let's do it, I'll say
Pago. Yeah.
That's dope. At least we're learning something.
True.
Nice one. Nice one.
So now, tell us a little bit more about the single we're going to be playing
right now.
Yes.
Just share the story behind it. Take us through the journey of the making of the song. Yes.
Okay. See, my music, I create my music via the stories like that happens in my hood. Not only via my feelings, you understand? I do create via my feelings, but then I also like to experience other people's stories. You understand? So this song, Korobela, it's about a guy who only like focus on his girl. You understand? Now, even now, like he only talks about his girl, and all this, and then now I took like that story. For me, like it's a story. Do you understand? And it's a nice story. So I took that story and then turned it into a song. Now I get these questions of people like asking me, "Hey,
yeah, because as an artist, they think that because that the song is you wrote the song, they think it's you. Like you understand? You wrote about yourself because as an artist, obviously, when you write songs, it's something that you write your experience and your thoughts and your feelings, So I understand.
Mina, in general, I like the story behind it because now we have a lot of things happening. We can't be pushing broken society because we need to rehabilitate people's thoughts because now it's not a bad thing sticking to one person. Actually, you gain a whole lot more.
Thank you.
You are both healthy because now there's your health is at stake. You might have mental breakdowns because now if you have multiple partners, this one brings this certain stress. The other one is bringing you pulling down syndrome. It's not only women who do that, but also guys. Vice versa. We need to be a good society. Irrespective of whether they say they gave you korobela. Korobela, by the way, it's a term that's used for guys who are committed to one person. It's like they gave you a love potion.
Yeah, like they gave you a love potion.
So Mina, I'm all for the korobela part.
Hey.
I'm all for, not that I want to be giving korobela, but let's be those kind of people because now we experiencing enough already.
Yeah, because you're right. You're right. Even I can explain something. It's not like whatever I'm being cliched or something. It's good to have your partner until, as you say, when you get married to us,
you go further.
That sounds good because in terms of the children when they grow up, it's a quite what can I say, inspiration.
Yeah,
in terms of seeing both of two partners growing old.
You're already modeling.
That's quite nice.
You're already modeling what kind of family or lifestyle they should be having. When they grow up, because like they say, kids don't only do what you tell them to do. They model what you actually display. So
which means I Gushumina is good. Ladies out there, it wasn't me. Put that korobela.
No, actually korobela can be in many forms. How you take care of your partner, how you speak about them in their absence, in their presence, how you tackle your issues, how you actually manage your arguments, we
don't say it in a bad way, like in terms of medicine or something. We're saying in terms of be together with your partner, don't mess up your relationship and play around, it's quite painful if you play with somebody's feelings. We are a human being, we got feelings and we got thoughts and we think, so let's keep each other,
be on top of your temptations
all the time.
Be on top of the temptation because you can't allow temptation to be on top of you at all times. Just to build up, we have a culture here.
Yes.
16 bars.
16 bars. I think you know it.
A cappella.
Yeah, of course I know
Yeah.
the coach.
That come up chair.
Yeah.
You know
Like,
it.
yeah.
16
Just
bars.
16 bars. We're going a
shortly.
cappella before we play your song.
Before you play a
Yeah,
song.
man.
Yeah,
Okay.
should I count it for you? 1, 2.
Until what?
Go!
Okay. It's Gushomina now. I'm about to speed test through. I'm out to chill with MZK, the maestro. My flow so bad till Vutumlilo. I talk so sweet like Pimilo. I'm so live in Melville.
Yeah.
Everything is live. You can see I'm Belleville. Mr. PCF harder than Elvin. I'm harder than you can. I'm harder than Texan.
All right.
I'm so harder. I'm flexing. Came here with a car, nah, using a taxi. Was not in the front, the back seat. I paid some 9 in the face. Came with my girl and she looking so sexy. Hala to the Kokotana Paco we get it. Man, this thing is amazing. We kill all the flaws, now we keep it so gentle.
Nice one, nice one. That was Gushomina. Ladies and gentlemen, you're still tuned in to I Love Melville Live. This is the come up with MZK the Maestro and Pumelo, and we still have Ugushomina. And now, right now, we're going straight to his track, Ikorobela.
Yeah, man.
Hold your women nicely, Hey.
Thanks for coming through, man. Thanks for
Yeah,
coming through.
thanks.
Yeah, man. Nice one. And after the track, please, before you leave, your socials and everything.
Okay.
Korobela.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we happen to have a technical error, but
Yeah.
I hope Mr. Producer sorts it out, man.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's pay some bills and let's sort this thing out.
Yeah,
The song
yeah.
we need to play it actually. We really do, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's just
Okay.
just take
Where
a
can
break.
people catch you on socials
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
sure,
we
so that-
eventually sign out?
Okay. On social media, Twitter, I go by Gushomina, Instagram Gushomina Cheese, and then my Facebook page is Gushomina Cheese,
Okay.
Nice.
and then Gushomina Music.
Mhm.
So I have like a lot of fake accounts, like
Wow.
people.
Oh, so
tryna-
Bafulam account.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wanna clarify something. So my first Facebook page, Gushomina Cheese, it's on 32 point something K, I think. And then the other one is on 15K, I think. Those are the original pages.
All right.
Alright.
Yes.
All right.
Alright,
Thank you very much for being here with us.
Thanks,
Siyabonga,
man.
Mafit.
Sure.
Siyabonga.
Yes.
So, hi.
Time to
It's
pay the
nice.
bills.
Let's
Time
pay
to
them
pay
bills.
the bills.
Pay the bills, pay the
It's
bills.
1 minute after 2 p.m. You're still hanging out on I Love Melville. This is the come up. You can interact with us on IG, I Love Melville.live.
Yes, sir.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Homo Show.
Yeah, and we are in Pride Month.
We are in Pride Month, and tonight
Celebrating queers.
Queers,
And all
queers.
that is queer.
So we're doing a fundraiser on the 29th of October. Currently hosted by I Love Melville.live and is sponsored food and drink.
Entertainment.
We've got the Avalon Quartet. We've got the Mamas.
Lilo's going to perform.
And Robert Whitehead. Fancy City, I tell you. There was everybody everywhere. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Homo Show.
Yeah, and we are in Pride Month.
We are in Pride Month, and tonight
celebrating queers.
Queers,
and all
queers.
that is queer.
So we're doing a fundraiser on the 29th of October. Kindly hosted by I Love Melville, Live, and there's sponsored food and drink.
Entertainment.
We've got the Avalon Quartet, we've got the Mamas,
Lilo's going to perform.
and Robert Whitehead. Batsy City, I tell you, there was everybody everywhere.
Yeah. Back on the time. It is 5 minutes past 2 o'clock. This is the Come Up with MZK, the Maestro, and Pumelo. Finally, my guest is in the house. Yeah. My last guest of the day. Yeah, it's Cock. How's it, my brother?
I'm alright, how are you?
I'm good, my man. I'm good. Hey, my man. Hey, I heard your music, man.
Sure.
Hey, my man, you've been at it for a long time, eh?
Yeah, no, it's been a while.
And there's another song that I checked. You worked with, I think, Chapel. Am I right?
Yeah.
Wow. How was that experience in terms of doing the track with Chapel?
The experience has been great. Chappelle is someone who's became more of a brother to me now.
Yeah.
Met him, I think, around 2012. And then we did a song in 2013 in Alex. We recorded the song at my crib in Alex. Yeah. And then on the new album, we did another song.
Yeah. Huh? No problem. Yeah, you can put your headsets there. Yeah, you're a teacher, We get used to these things, brother. All right. By the way, we just jumped into things. This is my man Hitman on set. Yeah, my man Hitman on set. Yeah. We're having him now. We were doing an interview right now in terms of hip hop. Now we're going straight into a house music now.
Sure.
My man, tell me, when did you started being a DJ and a producer?
I started DJing in 2010 professionally, learning how to play on CDJs.
Yeah.
And then production, I started production 2011, and then 2012 enhanced it by taking a Pro Tools course with Retro Music.
Yeah.
And then by 2013, I dropped my first album.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So, in terms of the response, how is the response in terms of since you started your journey being a DJ and a producer?
The response has been good. Not as great as I want it to be, but it's good in the sense that ever since I've been doing music, it's the only thing I've been doing. And I'm still here. And then recently in May, I dropped my album.
Yeah.
It was number 3 on iTunes. So
the
reception is good.
Wow, that's great. So, my man Hitman on set is so in terms of the direction, in terms of how you want to take this journey. So, what you want to see yourself in the nearest future, actually, in terms of doing music and being in the industry, in the music industry.
So basically, the long-term dream is to be sustainable.
Yeah.
What I want is to be sustainable. I don't want to find myself degrading in a sense, instead in a sense of my presence in the game. I still want to be relevant, still want to be able to get the booking, still be able to play weekend in, weekend out. And then another thing that I would really like to see happen now is playing outside the borders and stuff. So not only be limited to a South African market.
Yeah.
But as you're saying that, I believe that you that part has already been started, because I checked, your music is also known in the Europe, across the world.
I a country that streams my music the most after South Africa is actually Mexico.
Wow.
Wow.
And guess what? This is deep house music, by the
Yeah.
way. It's not your commercial music.
Yeah, it's
It's
very
not
nice.
your
It's
radio
like,
play
I
music.
like the songs like others like
Mm.
I like soulful vocal house music.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. Could you go deeper in terms of the production in a way?
Basically, I like to play within anything house.
Okay.
So
Like
some
house
days
straight,
I'll
yeah.
do Afro, some days I'll do deep. But what
Mm.
I do, what I am known for, is soulful house. But
Yes.
sometimes I do go deep, sometimes I do go Afro.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
yeah.
Hence the collaboration between you and Bodhisattva, because I know
Yeah.
he does Ancestra.
Yeah,
Mm.
so we're hitting the Afro side.
Yeah.
Something I want to read that you shared on Instagram.
Okay.
Featured musicians. You mentioned the names. Thank you for working with me on this album and truly bringing life to the music. It's been years of composition. I appreciate your voices and talent. Rest in peace to MJ White. Glad you got to hear the finished song. Thank you for your talent and passion. I appreciate you. Appearing musicians, it's been a pleasure to have you come to studio and jump on the production. Josiah the Disciple on your solo touch on Mparana and Muntiwa.
Yeah.
Aerosol Sex for a beautiful beautiful solo on I'm Real, the song that we're going to be playing later, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and Faith for some stunning guitar work and great Alex Gomora Connect.
Yeah.
To my family, supporters, and friends, thank you for your continued support of my music. I appreciate you all. Yeah, it's a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like I think it resonates with the kind of music that you make.
Yeah.
For somebody to put out something like this on social media to like mention the names behind the people that were there to make the album come true. I think the music speaks for itself too, and the kind of person you are.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can get a reflection of that
Yeah.
through the music.
Yeah.
No, wow, that's great. Because you know what happened when I spoke to you, then afterwards I had to share with my co-host. You know,
Yeah.
so a minute after, I sent the
poster.
track, the poster and the track. He said, oh my god, I know this guy. I know his
Let's do
music.
this. Let's
Like,
do
really,
this.
like-
I'm actually going to show him the conversation on WhatsApp.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I was like, wow, that's quite surprising. He, my co-host,
Mm.
knows you. Like, yeah. And then,
No,
which
Bella.
means you've got a good follow up, eh?
Yeah.
You've got people that are following you like a lot. You've got a fan base actually.
Sure.
Yeah, because now like we've been listening to a lot of different in terms of house music and but in terms of your music style and your structure of your music, it's quite beautiful.
Thank you.
Because other people where I live, they haven't heard your sound. Since these tracks that you send me, I played as loud as I can. They say, who's this? I told him that this is
Hitman on set.
He said, "Hitman on set. Where's from? From Gomora." Like, really? No,
Yeah.
this guy is like international standards. Like, that's what we need, actually.
Yeah.
That's what we need, because in terms of music here in SA, we really need to compete with international acts. Because what I'm
that's true.
seeing right now, I think we are really crossing over the boards.
Yeah.
I think lots of things, because now I think other artists that get nominated in terms of the hours out there. Yeah. So I think we're on the right path, actually.
We've been on the
yeah.
right
So
path,
we
actually.
really need to make more good music, so we can be globally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
man.
dream.
Yeah.
So for many years, like you've been known. Would you say that you are more known to the underground scenes and deep house lovers at heart, or it's just something about you that's keeping you like low key, like let the music speak?
Yeah. Well, a challenge with me. A lot of people fight about it, but it's who I am. Naturally, I'm a reserved person,
Okay.
so I'm not like in your face kind of person.
Yeah.
And then one thing I've picked up, a proper house head will know who Hitman on set is.
Yeah.
And then party goers, for instance, basically the deep house community. Those people are the people who may be familiar with the name or the face. Because I've also realized there are people who know the face but don't know the
The name. They know the name.
Yeah,
Don't
They
know
don't know
the
the
face.
face.
Nah.
Yeah. So
Wow.
it's that type of vibe.
So is it like a thing that you were always envisioning? This is the kind of music that I'm going to be pushing.
Yeah.
Going
So
on.
I started playing soulful house only,
Only.
and then most of the soulful house we played, I like to say house. The nice thing about house, you can't really put a location and say this is where house comes from. Sure, it comes from Chicago and all that, the history.
True.
But when you listen to songs that were big in SA, for instance, a song could be from Germany, a song could be from the US, could be from London, could be from anywhere. So the soulful deep house industry doesn't really have a home in a certain sense of a location. It could be from anywhere. And then when I wanted to make house, I knew the sound that I wanted to achieve. And what I liked about it is that it does not really belong anywhere. You cannot say to me, I make American music or I make European music. I make soulful house.
Nice. You know, that's what I love about house music. You know, it doesn't take you in terms of like that direction. It's like this house music is in a whole, you know. You know, we thankfully for the people that have started house music actually out there, you know. They made a great genre, you know, in terms of music, you know.
Speaking about that, one of the pioneers of house, Larry Head.
Larry Head.
On my first album, I worked with a friend of his, Stan Johnson. They used to work together. He plays sax. And then he managed to get Larry Head to listen to my stuff. And then he sent me props to say, you know, I love what you're doing. Sounds good. Keep doing it. You know, to have someone of that caliber even take time to listen to your work and comment on it. So that was great. So for me, that was great motivation to say, if pioneers who started the sound can actually acknowledge that I'm doing a good job, then I'm good.
Nice.
And those are people actually who used to release on vinyl back then.
Yeah, back then. Yeah.
You know,
Larry Head, Mr. Fingers. Yeah.
Abo Frankie Feliciano, Frankie Knuckles, you know. So
Nice.
yeah, man. This is the come up with myself, Pimelo, and my guy
MZK the Maestro.
Yeah, man.
Now we got Hitman on set. Bro.
Hitman on set. If you just tuned in, man, welcome to the party. You haven't missed as much information about Hitman on set.
Yeah,
we're going to be hanging out with him for a full hour until 3 o'clock.
Yeah, please, guys, comment, because you know it's a Saturday today. You know, we had hip hop. Now it's all about house music. You know, those two go hand in hand. Sometimes you know in clubs, you know that can be hip hop first, then it's followed by house. You know, now people are sweating first, people are bumping their heads. You know, now like we are sweating and dancing. You know, something like that. You know, still on with my man Hitman. So my man, in terms of your music, in terms of like, it's very nice. In terms of, I want to understand in terms of gigs and in terms of the response, in terms of in the club scene. Like mostly you play your music actually in your sets, or you know you mix truth with other artists. You know that's what I like to know, because you know at times, you know, I think it's nice if
you play your own music.
You play your own music. If you got a nice catalog in terms of music and play your own music, you know, I think that's a good strategy in terms of marketing yourself in a way. That's what I think. I don't know how do you do it. That's why I'm asking this question. Probably you're gonna give me an answer that I want to hear.
All right. So I like to say, before I became a producer and made music, I've always been a DJ, and then being a DJ, it means I've got a specific taste and style of house that I appreciate and like to play. So I have not neglected that element of being a DJ. So I still play other people's music. In fact, I download music weekly. So I play a lot of other people's music, and then I play a lot of my music. And then based on booking, I like to assess, why am I being booked? If for instance I'm being booked because someone knows my production, chances are at that gig I'll play 100% production set. But if I am being booked for my DJ skills, that's when I will play a fusion of different artists. I won't just focus on my music. So based on the kind of booking I got for that particular gig, it determines which direction I go musically.
Okay, cool.
Have you ever had any encounters, you know, like your technical writers, you know, in terms of when you send through your technical rider, which this is the kind of equipment that I'm hoping to find
Yeah,
in the place. Have you ever had
Promise.
I have. But fortunately, not anymore so much. When starting out, yeah, that's when you have these issues. For instance, I remember I once went to play somewhere about 100 k's out of Nelspruit. I don't remember the name of the place.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I got there, they didn't have the Pioneer CDJs, which I had requested, or the mixer. But because I am there and there's already people and stuff, they had I think it was a new mug.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like that one deck
I
that's
remember that.
combined,
That's
and
combined. Yeah.
it's got the mixer and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah.
I remember I went into the booth like 30 minutes before the intended time to check how it works from the guy who was previously playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
I played with it. So usually I'm not the type of guy who would say, no, this is not what I play on, and leave.
Yeah.
Usually I might end up playing with that stuff if it supports USB, obviously, because we're in an era where we don't carry CDs anymore.
Anymore, yeah. We've
Yeah.
got our USBs.
So we take USB. So if it
Yeah.
supports USB, there's a high chance I might end up playing.
yeah.
But preferably I like to have a Pioneer set when I go play. They
Yeah.
need to have Pioneer CDJs, a Pioneer mixer. That's my preference. That's when I can give 100% performance too. But if, for instance, you give me a mixer I've never seen in my life,
Yeah.
I won't be able to play effects. I won't be as confident. I'm just gonna try and make sure I'm keeping my set clean, it's safe and everything.
All
I
right.
won't really go excited on the crowd. Yeah.
All right. So we're going to be playing one song.
Yeah.
Like the Vessel.
Yeah, which one? I mean, I love
Vessel.
I love Vessel. That's got that drum.
The ancestor. I think that was
like it's like a broken beat.
Yeah,
Say it like a broken beat.
That's Bodhisattva on the
signature
drum.
name.
Yeah. Wow.
So the making of the song, did you fly over? Did he fly over? Send?
No. So here's a nice thing. I'm in SA, Bodhisattva's in Portugal. Angela Johnson is in USA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it would have been crazy expensive if we wanted to be in one
That
space
would be you.
to work on a song. So basically, I always knew that at some point I want to do a song with Bodhisattva because I like how he plays his drums. So a friend, Elton Miller, he's also a producer from the US. He hooked me up with Bodhisattva. He heard me once talking about Booty. He was like, yo, dog, you like Booty? I'm like, crazy about Booty. Like, let me hook you up. And then he immediately calls Booty. And then we spoke. And then like that's when I started to have my own relationship with Booty. So one time I was able to hit him up like, yo, dog, I want to do a song with you. Can you hook up a drum? And then I'll make the rest of the song. He did. I did. I finished off the song, played the chords, everything else, and then sent it back to him. He liked it, and then we were like, okay, vocals. Who do we get on? It was like any hot female vocalist, and then we got one. It didn't really work out. He wasn't happy. I wasn't sure.
It happens,
because you also have like your kind of people that you like.
Yeah,
this is the vocalist. I want to
and
work
then
with.
essentially, my brother manages the collaborations in terms of he gets who I want. Don't know how he does it, but he can do it.
He knows his job, eh?
So I was like, dog, can you get Angela Johnson? He did. And Angela Johnson was like, I've never sung on anything like this, but I love it.
Okay. What was what was so specific about her that you like?
I wanted someone who can really sing, but sound sexy at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in terms of writing approach,
Okay.
I knew that her writing style is excellent. So I expected her to be able to write the beat because I was also not looking for something she had done before. I was looking for something different. And she did exactly that because even she was like, I've never done anything like this. Have a listen, tell me what you think. And then even now when I listen to her recent features and stuff and I listen to the track, even how she sounds is different from how she would usually sound. So that's what I liked about that song even more, that I got Angela Johnson and she just did it differently from how she does everything else.
All right. Please do us the honor. Link the song for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
to the viewers out there.
All right, guys. This is Hitman Oset, and you're about to check out my new song featuring Bodhisattva and Angela Johnson called Vessel.
Wasn't ready for you. You snuck up on me, now I've been touched. Exposed to your magic, capturing my heart and my soul. And I don't wanna let go, 'cause you give me joy. I'm not complaining, you're simply amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Feel your love, let me take over. Amazing, and I feel like I'm changing. Now that I can feel your love, just let me be your vessel. Amazing, amazing, amazing. You're amazing. Feel your love, I can feel. Come on me, I feel like I'm changing. Now that I can feel your love, just let me be your vessel, vessel. I'm so open, be your vessel, ready to receive you. Oh, la 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 la. You locked away thinking that I would not see you again, and never would I let you fool me, but here we are dancing again, and I don't wanna let go, 'cause you give me joy, joy. I'm not complaining, you're simply amazing. So amazing, it's so real, yeah. And it feels like I'm changing, now that I can feel real love. Just let me be your vessel. Amazing, yes you are. I feel real love, I feel my body changing, now that I can feel real love. Just let me be your vessel, your vessel. I'm so open, so open. Just let me be your vessel, your vessel, your vessel. I'm ready to receive you. Just let me be your vessel. Let me be your vessel. Let me be your vessel.
Yeah.
The sounds of Hitman on set. The name speaks for itself. The music says it all. That he's a hitman on set,
I do understand.
hitman on production.
The voice.
Yes, like Hitman.
Yeah.
There was Hitman on set featuring Bodhisattva with Vessel and the lovely lady Sabrina. Is it Sabrina?
Angela Johnson.
Angel. I'm thinking about Sabrina Claudia because I was listening to her as I was coming here.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
yes. Like no,
it happens.
it happens. Yes, man. Yo, I love songs.
I do.
That's what I'm all about.
That's how you have to start your Saturday, actually. You know, if you're driving out there, you know, yeah, that's the kind of songs that you know.
Yes.
And when you start in Brian, you know, when you start in Paris, Brian meets there.
I later do.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah.
You know,
even our producer, me and you, we are somewhat.
Yeah, man.
Nice one.
Yeah, man. The time now is 2:30. We hang out with Hitman on set. We just checked out one of his amazing body of work. The album is out already. You can access it on all digital platforms. Please give us the specific platforms. I know it's also on Traxsource.
Yeah.
And yes.
So basically, Traxsource is like for the DJ community. But any digital store that's legal.
Yes.
The illegal ones also. But any digital store, Google Play, Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, it is there. The album is titled The Project.
The Project. Yes.
So how many tracks should people expect in the album?
How many tracks are on the album? I think I've got about 11 or 12.
12. It's 12 tracks. 12 tracks.
I checked it out.
Yeah, we're 12 tracks on the album. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We will be shortly back. You can also check out hashtag the spot.
Yeah.
Right after the ad break. We're gonna be catching our breath and still expect Hitman on set with us here on I Love Melville Live. This is the come up. You can also check us on YouTube on I Love Melville Space Live, and also you can also share your comments on Twitter. I love Melville L. Facebook I Love Melville Live. If you have like questions for Hitman on set, that's where you can interact with us. And also, if you want to do something with him, or maybe book him at your event, we are on level 1. Izinto zivuliwe, kuvuliwe eMzansi, kuvuliwe eMzansi.
Put on the mask.
Yes. Let's pay some bills and then we'll catch you right after that.
Yes.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Homo Show.
Yeah, and we are in Pride Month.
We are in Pride Month, and tonight
celebrating queers.
All
that is queer.
So we're doing a fundraiser on the 29th of October. Currently hosted by I Love Melville Live, and there's sponsored food and drink.
Entertainment.
We've got the Avalon Quartet. We've got the Mamas.
Lilo's going to perform.
And Robert Whitehead. Batsy City, I tell you. There was everybody everywhere.
Yay!
Welcome back.
You're still tuning into I Love Melville Live. This is the come up with MZK, the Maestro, and Pumelo. And we still have our guest here, Hitman on set. And the time is 33 minutes past 2 o'clock. If you tuned in on live, all the live platforms can be Facebook, Twitter, you know, you can Instagram.
We also have TikTok.
Wow.
We keep things interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So I want to talk about something like you have something that I would call a picture perfect. You know, it's something that's on my vision board. You know, I think you also have like a big role to play in terms of this picture perfect.
Okay.
Family. You
Alright,
have a
yeah,
beautiful wife, you have a beautiful daughter. That's
Yeah.
something that I want personally,
sure.
because I have this bond with my sister. When I'm sick, she'd come into my room and make things happen for me.
Sure.
Every day before she goes to school, she'd come to my room and be like, "I'm going. Good
Yeah.
morning." When she comes back, I'm back.
Sure.
How does that keep you grounded? Like family.
Um, I'm a believer of love,
Mm-hmm.
and then I also believe in peace.
Mm-hmm.
So when you
Wow.
love and respect peace,
Mm-hmm.
everything you do becomes easy because when you love, you're willing,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then when you want peace, you avoid the nonsense.
True. Yes.
So basically, that's how I live. My setup, people make it look weird, like as if the as something to highlight, and to me, it is something that's very natural.
Mhm.
I don't feel like it's something I need to work on, or it's just it's effortless. I'm not trying to be with my family. Being with family, you don't have to try to be with your family.
True,
I have
true,
a
true.
family, and that's a big part of who I am. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't make decisions
Yeah,
evaluating what's
yeah.
what.
Oh,
Everything for
okay.
me is just natural.
Okay. Um, One day, I hope that she gets to see this. A message to your daughter, because we live in a time where now you see on social media there's human trafficking, there's all sorts of things that we need to be cautious
Cautious
about.
of, yeah.
Yeah, going to
Message
the
to
mall
your
is
daughter.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Message
Man.
to your daughter now.
A message to my daughter.
Mm.
I did that on the album. Last track,
Yes,
Yinsiwa,
yes, yes, yes,
that's her
yes.
name. That's a
Mhm.
song I did for her.
Yeah.
And then it opens up with her crying.
Mhm.
That's her actually
Mm,
crying when
mm.
she was 1 day old.
Mhm.
That's how I opened the song.
Mhm.
But a message to my daughter would be love
Mhm.
is the foundation of everything
Everything. Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
So to be good, you have to have love.
Mhm.
And then with that love, you learn to have respect.
Mhm.
And then with those two things, you grow up not being easily persuaded into things that you shouldn't be mixed with. So
Mm.
what I want for my daughter is love, peace, happiness, and I
Mhm.
want it to be respecting. And in that way, she will grow up to become the person that she wants, but with the right fundamentals to be a decent person.
Mm, mm. Do you, are you a firm believer of attraction?
Big time.
Because people lose it along the
Yeah.
way, because you might be giving off this type of vibe, because they say what you give to the universe comes back to you, and then
Yeah.
along the journey you meet different kinds of people,
About two
anything
three
in
weeks
general.
ago, we're driving to Bloom with other artists, my artist friends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Josiah Sapo was playing, and then we tagged along.
Okay.
And then one of my boys asks, I mean, he didn't ask, he makes a statement
Okay.
and says, when you marry,
Mhm.
Yeah.
don't go and marry a flame because that's going to be a problem for you.
Oh yeah.
That's what he said.
Okay. Yeah.
And I responded to him, I'm like, but my perspective of this perspective, rather,
Mhm.
is that you should marry the person who truly attracts you.
Mm.
Mm.
Because if you drop your own standard and say, Manto as a flame, but I'm gonna go for Lerato who's average, because in your head you think that's what will work out in the sense of a marriage.
Mhm.
But she could be a decent wife to you.
Mhm.
But because you didn't go for what ultimately attracts you, when you see what attracts you, what's gonna happen? You become compromised.
Yeah.
And then eventually you're gonna start acting on that attraction. You're gonna start
Yeah.
and whatnot. But
True.
if you've got what you like, what's for you at
Mhm,
home,
Yeah.
even when you see flames, you know you got a flame at home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Family
yeah.
home. Yeah.
So-
we shall pass through, but you're
Yeah,
right.
so you don't easily become excited to a point that you even want to engage, because what you really like you already have.
Mm.
And then someone asked, okay, and then she becomes fat in future. you at some point you loved her,
You loved
and
her.
then you grew with this person,
Yes.
and now it goes beyond attraction.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's beyond attraction after some years, I don't see why it should become a problem if she becomes size 40 now and she's no longer 28.
Yeah.
It doesn't become a problem because ultimately the love is not just about the attraction.
Yes,
But
true.
if you're going to initiate love, just go for what you like.
Because at the end of the day, this is your reality. This is something you wake up to,
Yeah.
and you go home to. You know, yeah. I love that.
That's great words. As we're speaking about with my man Ushomin is still here. Like in terms of the Korobela thing, it's not like put the Korobela like we say, you know, stay with your partner as death to us part. Actually, yeah. Whatever she can, as Hitman just said right now, you know, she can gain weight or she can what still. She's the same. Like, you have to love.
Yeah, you got
the
to love.
inside, actually.
And then eventually you spend your time with someone, and then who she is who you love. And then who you speak to, you don't speak to beauty. You speak to someone, and then their responses is what keeps you together, how you get along. But if it's just about the beauty, obviously, it's not gonna work either.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but don't deny yourself beauty. Because you think with beauty comes problems.
All right.
40 minutes after 2 o'clock. We still hanging out with Hitman on set. This is I Love Melville.live.
Yes.
And coming up is hashtag the spotlight, our new content. You know, we not only focusing on musicians or anything of that sort. This is where we actually put everything into spotlight that we find interesting, that people are talking about, what's hip and buzzing out there. This week we have an artist by the name of The Future. We also have a track that we are bumping to. I'd also like to hear what you have to say after the song. You know, I'm just going to read his biography.
Quickly.
His real name is Katlego Motale, stage name The Future. Is an award nominated artist, music producer, and sound engineer born in Dubia, Soweto. The Future discovered his love for writing raps at the age of 13 and would later record and release his first full song in 2010, a remix of Lil Wayne's 6 Feet 7 Feet featuring his friend, creator of Cozy Bone, Dure Katlego Tswagong. Fast forward to 2012, and The Future would not only develop his skill as a lyricist, but would also begin to create beats after meeting hit beatmaker Busy Boy, producer of Dalesa's Heaven and MT Emazweni, and even enrolled in a sound engineering course to sharpen his production skills, which he graduated in.
Wow.
Though his first love is hip-hop, The Future thrives on being versatile and expresses himself through a variety of genres from R&B, jazz, pop, house, amapiano, and many others, while touching on several topics that are personal to him, such as the struggles of adulting, following your dream, daddy issues, religion, love, pursuit of happiness, and many more, whether in a series of light and comedic way. Now, The Future has worked on a lot of projects. On one of the projects, it's a YouTube show, 9:15, and even produced the theme song for You Don't Say, a popular YouTube show, and he's also been featured on many other things. Here's one that's interesting. As a sound engineer, he has worked as an assistant recording engineer on the Black Coffee and that brand, I can't mention the brand name, collaboration song, and also recorded TMI single Kaslam featuring Black Les, Red Button, and Tito. He has also worked as an sound engineer assistant on SABC One, Mzansi Insider, a personal live sound engineer for Mrena the Squire, and worked as a comms technician at Casper's Philip Moses Mapida.
Wow.
Aye, Suga Matot.
We are span.
Yeah. Coming up is his track that is sent through. We were bumping to the track while setting up for the show.
Yes.
Woo, perfect. Nice. Send through your comments, on Facebook. It's I Love Melville.i .live rather, and then on Twitter it's I Love Melville L, and then on TikTok it's I Love Melville.live. On YouTube it's I Love Melville space live. We also have our WhatsApp line 0660134229. And Mr. Producer, play that thing, man. I go be busy.
Yes, man. The man Future. Nice one.
As a kid, I always had this little dream that I will be the greatest footballer ever. But at 16, God intervened. Young boy, Brigadier Clever, he said, my son, I got other plans for you. I got other things I've set out for you. Don't be frightened by the changes in your life, cause as long as you believe, all will be well for you. Then I started doing things that I stopped at 13. At 16, I got back to writing 16. I started thinking deeper till I turned to a depressed teen. A side of me that I had never seen, a kind of person I had never been. What's going on with me? Started slacking in school, man, I felt just like a fool. Started doing things I didn't for the sake of being cool, but I knew deep inside, check, this isn't you. Started changing my ways, and I had better days. Started becoming more invested like a melon crate. I listen more to me and less to what my friends say. Skies began to see all the straight. I gained confidence, and it started to show. Man, I even went and performed in my school talent show, cause I was tired of showing my talent out of the low. I had to break out, the only way I truly could grow. What would you do for love? Do for the streets, do for your family, do for your friends. What would you do for love? Do for the streets, don't throw it all away. Hey, hey, what would you do for love? Do for the streets, do for your family, do for your friends. What would you do for love? Do for the streets, don't throw it all away. Hey, hey, what would you do for love? Do for the streets, do for your family, do for your friends. What would you do for love? Do for the streets, don't throw it all away. Hey, hey, what would you do for love? Do for the streets, do for your family, do for your friends. What would you do for love? Do for the streets, don't throw it all away. Hey, 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 hey. Grade 12, 18 without my dad now. Met a couple of homies, started making beats now. Kept to myself a lot, trying to make some heat now. I'll show us that I'm all to stretch my money at the beach towns. Wow, dear God, was I wrong? Producing kicked my butt, didn't expect to take me this long. I don't just watch my homie face and it'll seem so easy. Then listen to my own, and it sounded so cheesy. Dang, what was I to do? I wanted it with all my heart, but I had to be good. I had a lot writing on it. Listen, you gotta understand, I wanna be the greatest, even run laps around Timberland. Man, do you understand that pressure? Wanted to eat all these producers like I'm Hannibal Lecter, but I will though, and I promise you that you can bet on me thrice, and I'll give you a trifecta. I'm the world's hidden treasure, and that is not coming from a jester. The world is mine, God bless her. This is all facts, no gas like Tesla. Like to tell you how I'm feeling under pressure, no leisure, but in the end it's all a pleasure. When you're doing them solo shows and then y'all feeling your flows, up is the only way we go. Life is so surreal. I just asked you to throw a coin in and wish me well.
You know, I'm hearing a lot of people talking about they're gonna do something, and that's cool and all, but if you don't do it without the faith, then you ain't got that, hey, that, yeah, that, hey, that, turn another thing into something, turn the same thing into many things. Keep the faith alive, keep the faith alive, keep the faith alive, keep the faith alive. Turn another thing into something, turn the same thing into many things. Keep the faith alive, keep the faith alive, keep the faith alive, keep the faith alive. Turn another thing into something, turn the same thing into many things. Keep the faith alive, keep the faith alive, keep the faith alive, keep the faith alive. Turn another thing into something, turn the same thing into many things. Keep the faith alive, keep the faith alive, keep the faith alive, keep the faith alive. That thing, that thing.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yo, There was a sample of Faith Alive from
Faith Alive,
Morena the
yeah.
Squire.
Yeah.
Remember the song, how
I
it
remember
broke out?
yeah. Wow.
To do so much justice to sampling, you know.
I never thought, I didn't even think about it, that there's going to be like a hip hop, like, yo, this is like, yo, it's on here in Zanzibar, it's on. Yo,
what's your take on this song?
Into him.
Nice production. It did it well.
Yeah, I also wouldn't have expected someone to sample Faith Alive, but he did it very, very well. So
props to
he killed it. He killed it.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
100 too.
This is Hitman on Set that you're chilling with. In case you just tuned in, you just missed an entire dope show, man.
Yeah, man.
We are only left with less than 15 minutes of the show. This is I Love Melville Live. This is the come up. We do this every Saturday between the hours of 1 p.m. 3 p.m. Yes, man. You can catch us again next week. With more blazing artists. If you're an up and coming artist, this is actually your show. We just make information accessible to you. But we also bring big artists just to share some inspiration and also tell you about the pits and falls of the journey. You know, for you, I think you also one of the right people, you know, to have a conversation with up and coming artists, you know. What would you say that you learned from the industry that you didn't know then?
What I didn't know then, making, like, you have to connect the dots, make relationships. That helps a lot, because when you make relationships with people who are also making relationships, the circle becomes smaller, and then resources can be shared amongst you. Don't be an island. If you wanna break into the scene, work with other people, and then with that shared knowledge, it is much easier to maneuver.
Yeah, man. Just one more song before we wrap it up. Fate. Just take us through the journey of the song. Like, who do you want to listen to the song, and what message are you hoping people to get from the song?
Basically, this is a beautiful play of words. I'm real, but it's just an illusion. So it's basically like an introspect kind of song. Speak to yourself. Believe you are who you think you are. You know? So it's basically that kind of song. Yeah.
Who are you featuring on the song?
I've got Paula King on the song. American, based in France. Yeah.
Hey, you are importing, like, it's like you're saying
I like
come
to
see
work
in
with,
Zanzi.
like, when I work, I like to vision who I want on a song and whatnot. And then I remember I heard Paula King on a song called Only Grace. I liked how she sang. She doesn't bring a lot of vocal, but how she brings it is just right. And I like that about her. And then when I was working on that instrumental, that's the voice that was playing in my head, and that's who I pursued, and it came out real.
All right, nice, man. Mr. Producer.
Can play us I'm Real by Hitman on Set. My brother, you're putting up the works, man. You know, I'll go out and support your album. I'm gonna make sure that I buy your album.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And
I'll make sure.
Else.
And everybody else, yeah. Yeah, man. And don't forget, when we sign off, the other show that is coming up is based with hip hop. The Hectic Boulevard. Yeah, you know, we have to introduce the next show that comes through, my man. You know, we need to do that each and every time.
Yes, man. So where can people catch you? Like gigging and then social media, so we can wrap it up, leave.
Okay, this weekend, right now, From 5, I'll be at the new establishment venue that's in Spruit View. So today, I'm only playing at the establishment. I'm at the establishment Spruit View, and then from there, I go to the establishment Alex.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Social media,
Instagram, Twitter at Hitman Oset, Facebook Hitman Oset.
It's been real, man.
Man.
Getting to catch up.
Nice
with
one.
him
Nice
and
one.
Oset.
Nice
I
one.
never saw that one coming. Honestly speaking, I never saw
me?
it coming.
Don't worry, my man. You know, you got me. They had you.
Yeah. So, like we always say on this show, this is hashtag the freshest show, music show. We are always putting, leaving the show and the bar up high. It's been real. Adios.
Adios.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Homo Show.
Yeah, and we are in Pride Month.
We are in Pride Month, and tonight
Celebrating queers.
Queers,
And all
queers.
that is queer.
So we're doing a fundraiser on the 29th of October. Currently hosted by I Love Melville .live and is sponsored food and drink.
Entertainment.
We've got the Avalon Quartet. We've got the Mamas.
Lilo's going to perform.
And Robert Whitehead. Patsy City, I tell you. There was everybody everywhere.